What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How is everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great fucking day. Today we are going to be doing my 2024 NASCAR predictions. I have 24 predictions for the 2024 season, so let's get right to it. Number 24. Chevy will win at least half of the races. I think Chevy's going to win half the races just because, like, the Ford and the Toyota, they got, like, a new Camry and Mustang, and I know usually when stuff like that happens, it takes time for, adjustments to be done. And like I remember when the Camaro was first brought in, they were off to a slow start. So, yeah, I think Chevy will win at least half of the races this year. Number 23, no rookie driver will win in the Cup Series. Yeah, I don't think we have that strong of a rookie class. I think Josh Berry is kind of, I wouldn't say overrated because I don't think many people expect him to win, but yeah, I don't foresee any rookie driver winning a race this year. Number 22, Hailie Deegan will have at least 5 top 10 finishes in the Xfinity Series. Yeah, a lot of people don't think she'll do good. I don't think she'll do great, but I think she can muster up 5 top 10 finishes at least. Number 21, the Dover race will be postponed for the 3rd year in a row. Yeah, I think the Dover race, it's just kind of funny. Like 2 years in a row, and I can imagine it being a 3rd year in a row. I have a feeling it'll happen. Number 20, the Bristol Spring Race will have over 100,000 fans in attendance. Yeah, well, the fans talked about how much they wanted this race back on the schedule, so let's see how much they wanted this race back on the schedule by seeing how many fans will show up, because the Bristol Spring Race had terrible attendance. Number 19, there will be no rain-shortened races in the Cup Series. Yeah, there was only one last year, and that was Atlanta. And I guess technically Chicago was, but it wasn't in the same way that Atlanta was. Number 18, Shane Van Gisbergen will win a race in the top 3 series. Yeah, so is he running any truck races this year? I don't know if he's running truck races, but he is running part-time Xfinity and Cup. So I think he'll get a win somewhere. Number 17, the Iowa race will have more green flag passes than both Richmond races combined. Yeah, I think this will happen because Iowa is a better Richmond. Like, Iowa is a great racetrack. It's a lot like Richmond, but it's actually good. So, yeah. I don't think Richmond has really ever been that good. Like, I mean, there has been some good races, but, like, Richmond's kind of like, even going back and looking at old races where people, thought was like the glory days, like, even those Richmond races kind of weren't that great. I mean, there have been some good Richmond races, but it's just, I feel like it's an overrated track. Everyone knows it sucks now, but like, I feel like the history of Richmond is overrated too. I feel like it's never really been that good, Every track has had its moments, but number 16, the guy with the most full season points will win the Cup Championship. Man, I hope so. I really do hope so. That's how a champion should be decided anyway. Josh Berry will win Rookie of the Year. Number 14, there will be no driver with over 5 wins in the Cup Series. So 5 wins is fine, but so I should have said over 5.5 wins. Nobody will have over 5.5 wins in the Cup Series. 5 is fine, but nobody will reach 6. Number 13, here it is, my Daytona 500 prediction. And I put it at number 13 because 13's a bad luck number, so I'm hoping that it means that it won't happen. Martin Truex Jr. will win the Daytona 500. I sure hope not. I really hope not. I have a feeling. The way this year has already gone, bad shit happening early this year. I have a feeling. Number 12. Bubba Wallace will win a race before the playoffs, thus allowing him to get into the playoffs on wins. So yeah, back last year, he made the playoffs, but he didn't win a race. He pointed his way in. The previous 2 years before that, he had won a race, but the race that he won was in the playoffs, and he wasn't in the playoffs, so it didn't really help him that much. But this year, I think he'll get a win within the first 26 races, thus allowing him to get into the playoffs based on the win. Number 11, the LA Clash and the All-Star Race winner will be the same person. That's if the LA Clash even happens, because there's a lot of rain in the forecast. Number 10, Chase Elliott will win Watkins Glen. Yeah, Chase Elliott won no races last year, which was really surprising. I mean, granted, he did miss some time. He did not win at all last year, but Watkins Glen, I think he'll win that. Number 9, I've predicted it every year, and last year it finally came true, but I'm continuing to predict it. The champion will not win the final race. I sure hope so. I love the double burnouts. Getting to see the double burnouts last year was really fun. The 2 separate interviews was nice. It was fun. It felt more like the olden days. So, number 8, the Brickyard 400 will be won by a driver who has won at Indianapolis before. And I'm going to take this one step further. They could have won Indianapolis in Cup, IndyCar, or F1. Like I'm very confident that the Brickyard 400 will attract drivers from open wheel racing. So I'd imagine that. I mean, I doubt one of those guys would win, but if they do, then my prediction is still technically correct. Number 7, no full-time Cup driver will miss any time this year due to suspension, injury, or other circumstances. Yeah, the past 2 years has been tough on that front. You know, missing Chase Elliott for some time. No, Gregson, we missed Alex Bowman for some time there. I feel like somebody else got suspended, but no full-time Cup driver will miss any time this year. You know, Jimmy Johnson last year, he missed the Chicago Street Course and didn't end up running another race for reasons that we know, but he wasn't a full-time driver. So, like, if something like that were to happen, I wouldn't count that as this being an incorrect pick. They'd have to be a full-time driver. Number 6, Joey Logano will make the Final 4. Number 5, I hope I'm wrong on this one. Kyle Busch will only have 1 win. Number 4, no rookies will make the Cup playoffs. So yeah, I already said that no rookie driver would win in the Cup Series, but I don't think any rookie driver will make the Cup playoffs. I just don't think it's a very strong rookie class. Number 3, the Coca-Cola 600 will be voted as the best race of the year based on Jeff Gluck's Was It a Good Race poll. So yeah, Jeff Gluck does a poll after every race, like the Monday after a race ends. He'll do a poll and says, was it a good race? Was Daytona a good race? Was Charlotte a good race? You know, and then he'll end up updating like this little spreadsheet chart that he has that shows like which race was voted the best of each year. I think the Coke 600 will be, because the past 2 years, in my opinion at least, the Coke 600 has been the best race of the season. Number 2, I predicted this one in the past. I don't think I predicted it last year, but I have predicted it in the past. There will be a flip at a non-super speedway race. So yeah, I think that'll happen. And that could be in any of the 3 series. And my final pick, number 1, Brad Keselowski will go winless for the 3rd year in a row. I kind of think Brad Keselowski's glory days are over. I like Brad Keselowski, and I don't want that to be true. I predicted back in 2022, I think it was, that he would never win another Cup race, and that we have seen his final Cup Series win. And I still do kind of believe that, unfortunately. Alrighty, fuckers. That's where I'm going to end this. If you guys agree with my predictions, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. If you have other predictions, say them in the comments. But I want to thank you motherfuckers for watching, and peace out.